Hi guys, welcome to Tech South. Guys, we're going to go back in time. We're going to do an EDC of 33 years ago. So I know where I was in 33 years ago, and I was in Waiouru Military Camp. So this is New Zealand's main military camp for the infantry side of things. And so I was there 33 years ago doing my basic training, which led me on to just sticking with reserves just because of the way it worked out. So guys, I thought just go back and have a look. So I'm going to do an EDC of what you carried in camp. This is not in the field when you leave camp. This is what every day I would carry in camp. So we'll get straight into it, and we'll start with number one. Number one is a watch. Military works on time. Everything is by the watch. If you don't have a watch, you're in trouble. Personally, myself, I like old style, and I don't like Garmin's and all that kind of stuff. Nothing wrong with them. If you want to carry them, you go for it. But I would suggest you turn off notifications. Not something we had to worry about back in those times. So number one was always a watch. Number two, you always made sure you had a notebook and a pen. My memory is like a sieve sometimes, and I used to write down everything. 1300 you had to be at the mess hall. Such time you had to be somewhere else. So I always wrote it down. The next thing here was a nail clipper, guys. Always make sure you had a nail clipper. Especially one to get underneath there and scrape. I can tell you, I got in trouble a few times with having dirty nails, and these things saved my life. I never carried a knife back then. We never had an EDC knife or anything like that. We just had one of these. Because in all reality, when you're in camp, you don't want to have bulky pockets and filling them out. Well, this is back in my time. It was, you had to look nice and trim and slim and tidy, and just had to look very, very smart. Next thing I used to carry was some stockings. Unusual as they may be, we're talking 1990 at Waiouru, where we used to spit polish our boots, and the slightest mark you get on your boot, you were in trouble. So stockings was the best thing to clean your boots. I know you guys are laughing there, but seriously, this is it. So I always made sure we had a small piece of stocking in there. Give it a buff up. If you have to go in to see someone in a higher rank than you, you always made sure your boots were spit polished and gleaming. You had to make sure that they were clean. The last thing I always made sure I carried was cut-offs from rubber gloves. So back in the 90s, we used to curl up the bottom of our trousers, use these as gaiters, girders, whatever you want to call them, just to hold the pants up. And so our trousers used to be curled up just above the boot line of your trousers. You couldn't see the lace going around the top, but that's just the way it was. I always made sure I had a spare pair of these. I tell you what, you didn't want to be anywhere where your pair broke, snapped, you lost, and you didn't have a spare pair, you would certainly get in trouble. So guys, very quick and basic, 5 things. EDC 1990 Waiouru military basic training. That's what I carried. Very simple. Yep, maybe we'll do an EDC 2023 because it'll be a lot different than that one, guys. So anyway, we're done. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks.